Hello, Liru stream.
Alright, so here's the deal. You are all going to spawn in the town of Laporte. Some of you might spawn a little north to it, some of you might spawn over to the power plant area, but there's 60 slots total, and they're just all kind of around in that area. Now, your goal is to get to the airport and find a specific evac point where there is a helicopter and is going to be ferrying people from the evac point to the safe zone. Now, the more people that go up there at a time, the more things that will show up to try to stop it. If the helicopter is destroyed, it becomes last man standing, and you're kind of screwed at that point. So you probably want to be on that helicopter first, just so you don't have to wait around. Now, there are friendly AI there, and the helicopter is run by friendly AI. Please do not shoot them. If you shoot them, I'm considering that griefing, and you'll get a 3-day ban from TSB, or if you've already done shit like that, I'll just find a way to permaban you, because I'm kind of sick of that. So, otherwise, let's talk about looting. So there are two methods of looting in the scenario. Some items, if you go up to it, such as a trash pile or a desk, you'll get the option to say hold space to search. You can also use the enter key, because I use my space button for enhanced movement, so it'll do the enhanced movement and cancel that search animation, so use enter instead. Otherwise, you can use space. You can check it for something, and if it has something, it'll give you put you in the inventory, and you can take those items. If it doesn't have anything, you'll get a little prompt that says you found nothing. That looting method is from Ravage, and that is client side, which means anyone can search anything once to see if it gets loot. Now, if you get loot, there is a 50-50 chance that you'll be able to get additional loot from it, and that is calculated on top of its drop table again. So let's say there's a 90% chance for you to get something, and you get something, and then you check it again, there's a 50% chance that proctors, and then on top of that is another 90% chance. So it's basically a 45% chance mathematically that you'll get something, and so on and so forth. The other looting method is from Van Diesen's Apocalypse. This will spawn stuff directly on the ground. That is server side. However, it's calculated for every person that is on the server, so there's only a 1% chance per calculated position for Van Diesen to run around to spawn something. So because there's 40 of you, it'll basically run 40 times because it runs per client, but the loot itself is server side. So it's whoever gets there first. You can find these on docks, in buildings, basically the same places you would normally find stuff that you can loot through the Ravage method. If you were here last year for the Zombie Apocalypse PvP tournament, it's pretty much the same settings, same gear, except I've added a few items from GM and some of the other mods that we have. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, I made sure to turn off infection. You'll be fighting necrophage mutants, which you've already been fighting all last week, so hopefully you know which ones you should run away from and which ones you might actually be able to kill. You all spawn with completely different clothing. Every player's spawn position and clothing is unique in itself, but you all spawn, I believe, with a 1911 and a spare mag, so 2 mags total, and then you have an assault backpack, which gives you a lot of room for actually looting, so you can pick and choose what gear you find. Otherwise, military positions have the best drop chances. Anywhere that's a military position includes those big warehouse buildings, the barracks buildings, the research building. There is a military position just outside of Laporte, so if you want to get the best gear, that is the best place to look, especially since they have a lot of places that calculate for both of the drop tables. However, once you start going north, you'll also start running into the infected, and things will get rather severe. So, as you head north, depending on where you go, I will be dropping respawn points for the people that die. Because there will be people that die. There is stuff in here that'll insta-kill you. Those respawn points will go to either neighboring towns or towns in front of the main group or even behind the main group, depending on where the bulk of the player base goes overall. On a final note, when I clear you guys to push in, do not move because, fun fact, calculating 40 different clients' drop tables through Van Diesen Apocalypse causes a little bit of server lag, which is why we couldn't even boot into the server, and I had to get player in the verse to help me out. So don't move until I say on side chat for you to move, okay? Otherwise, yeah, this is a PvP scenario. If you want to shoot each other for your shit, go ahead.
Oh, no.
You won't get a ban.
No, thank you.
So, I would say, though, if you want a PvP, great, but, one, I'm the karma god here, so if I see someone murder 20 Bambis, they're gonna get eaten. And two, if anyone knows the bully, which is the guy with the open brain showing on the top and the big-ass hand, one person will not be able to kill that thing. Not even 3 people. You'll need a big group for that. So, you won't run into him towards the south, but, you know, more towards the north when it gets harder and harder, you might want to start working together. But hey, you know, this is just an experiment on how TSB is as a player base, so I'm sure you'll all find a wonderful way to work together. Yeah, you're all fucking gonna kill each other, I know. All right. As a reminder, as quick thing as well, when you spawn in and don't move, you might be able to see each other. Please don't line up your guns. Give like a 15-second grace window. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna say on side chat when PvP is allowed. I'm gonna time it for 20 seconds, okay? That's when I'll clear it. I'll probably hear gunshots, but hey, it's okay. It gives you 15 seconds for those of you that spawned in really bad positions. No offense to player, but you got the worst one. I'm sorry. And good luck.
I'm not telling you where I am.
Good lord.
All right. I would like everyone to start hitting OK, passing through the server. Player, put on your TFAR plugin, and I will do the same. Again, do not move until I say on-side chat.
We have maps, Raj.
More than half the servers.
You'll figure it out.
Do we have maps?
You'll figure it out.
We're all gonna die.
This is gonna be terrible.
Oh my god. Alright, so it looks like everything's parsing correctly. This was originally the file I wanted to give to the 506, but they wanted to do something else, so I remade it, and then, yeah, I just let Drum finish it, because it went through multiple different iterations, and I was just like, ugh. But that's okay. So most people are getting on, you're going to start seeing gear appearing in certain areas. Freaking goobers. I forgot to mention the food and water thing, which won't really be needed. Chill. Yeah, I feel bad for player. He's the one that helped me, but yeah. This was supposed to be the 60th slot, but I merged everything to it on accident, so it became the top slot. So let's see. We already got, you know, some stuff forming. I completely understand, but it's like, you know, but this means that there's going to be a lot of stuff that spawns. Really in this building, Duelers is going to have a really good choice for stuff. Yeah, he already found a fucking shotgun from the thing. All right. All right. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so Dingy and TWL have the northernmost spots. Oh, fuck, TWL already found an error 15. All right, well, that's a great thing for him, but now he's got to find the ammo for it.
Friendly or
Friendly
right?
wiggle.
Friendly wiggle?
The house is empty.
Oh,
And then the docks down here is also going to be a really big place for loot because all of these have positions to potentially spawn in. Surprised I'm not hearing any gunshots just yet. But now we're going to start trickling in some of the necrophage mutants here. So we're going to do infected.
Waiting. On the way. Solid copy.
And things will start to trickle in.
Okay. On the way. Copy that. Ready for orders. Awaiting orders. Ready for orders. Awaiting orders. Ready for orders. On the way.
So I'm going to start covering the harbor with stuff.
Standing by. Ready. Ready.
And the military areas, but this is where we're just going to hear if people are going to actually shoot each other and shit.
For orders.
I just want to avoid spawning any of the engineers because they are a little borked. And now we're going to slowly have a parasite or two come in.
Ready. Ready.
Ready for orders.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
This is why I sometimes hate doing this method, but it was the only way for me to get things going. Let me put on global. Just gonna go around on anyone that's individual. We're just having the infected trickle in. Oh, Dingy's gonna have to fight some stuff. The parasite's also after him. So respawn is down here for the moment. These guys are all forming up as well. See, if they all find stuff and trade it around and help each other, then they'll be fine. I'm a little worried about Dingy here. Mainly because of that parasite. You can hear it scuttling around. Oh god, it's inside.
No!
There goes Dingy. All right, our first kill of the scenario is by the one little jumper. Oh, they found a fucking Eddie drone and they deployed it. That's cute. And here's Dingy spawned all the way back here. Ah, first blood.
Standing by. On the way. Ready for orders.
All right. It's always the head jumpers. I just got teleported into this corner. Didn't mean to do that. I gotta keep away because the parasite will aggro on me and start trying to kill me because it has a really big range. But I'm also going to hide myself. That won't stop the parasites though. I just gotta be mindful about that. Actually, I think my best bet is gonna just be to teleport back here. Alright, so you still got TWL looking around this area. Still hasn't found a magazine for that AR-15. Though it sounds like the zombies are starting to aggro on him. You just dropped that one. Slushy heading north right now.
Ready for orders.
He's got a few of these trickling in.
Standing by. Ready for orders.
Again, I gotta make sure I don't do the engineer, because otherwise it'll spawn like 40 MXs. Not ready to do that just yet. One thing I do want to try to find again is where did... God, the frickin' hole in that dude's head. Where did that one parasite go? Ah, it's back here. It's aggroed on Slushy now. Hearing some gunshots up here. Got guy with an MP5 right here. Doesn't have any magazines for it just yet. Slushy. Parasites on him. Getting some good headshots, but he's got to be careful because the parasite's right there. Slushy, buddy, look out! It jumps!
No!
And Slushy's dead. One parasite has gotten both of the kills. All right. That's a toughie. Got these guys looting down here. Now, I wonder, has it been spawning under the map? No, okay, we're good. Sometimes they spawn under the scenario itself. But, you know, we've been seeing people getting pretty geared here. This is, you know, a good start.
It's empty.
Got an Uzi there as well. It's a pretty good gear pool. Audrey Hotto's now up here. I didn't want to turn Infection on. Oh, he might be able to actually kill it. And he got it. All right. So the parasite that's taken 2 lives has been killed. I would normally want to do Infection, but I didn't want to do any infection pills and whatnot. Holy crap, Dingy has killed Hazmat and stolen his shit. All right. Hazmat the third to die. Offside. That's... Don't be a jerk. If it's PvP, it's fair game. This is like DayZ. You're allowed to betray each other.
Do you see a water tower up north?
So now Audrey Hotto is going to have first pick on the loot. I'm going to quickly spawn a copy of him up here. Let's go ahead and look at what he's got. So they do have a map. They do have radios. They do have a little bit of medical. And he's been able to loot a little bit of stuff. He only has 1 magazine left with about 5 bullets, 5 or 6. So he needs to find some stuff because otherwise... Oh, the jumpers got here. Yeah, he's going to have to run because that thing needs a little bit more ammunition to kill, and that thing can sprint. So Audrey might be in trouble here. We just saw the jumper do a lunge. It's going to buy him a little bit of time, but the jumper is going to keep chasing him. We got Zope over here. Zope, he actually has some ammo for an M14. And TWL, he's been able to get a lot of kills here. Also, the thing that was happening on the 506th Wednesday operation with a similar concept here, I was able to go back. I found out what was causing all of the massive amount of ammunition stuff to be spawned on the units, and I disabled that for fairness. So it's more loot goblin-y.
Are we not going to check the office?
Yeah, that's...
All right, so we got some chem lights, some bandages that they're leaving behind. Just, they don't want to deal with that. Audrey Hotto still running from this thing. He's going to run into Zope.
Bentley, there's one coming behind me, please. No.
Oh, hi, Audrey. Yeah, I saw...
Hello.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, gee.
There's bad things coming. And I'm out of stamina. Fuck my life. Okay, well.
Well, it looks like it might have just changed targets. Yep.
Yep.
He just got it on Zope, and now Zope has to run from it. So Audrey might spend a moment to try to loot stuff. Doesn't look like there's anything in here for him, though. Those sacks are going to be lootable, but nothing else spawning on here. I think those sacks are also lootable as well.
Fuck.
Yeah, Zope's in a little bit of trouble. He just got hit. He quickly takes it out.
Solid copy.
I'm going to aggro a few zombies to run over in that direction, though. Meanwhile, Dingy here, who killed Hazmat. Still looking for stuff. Just found some shotgun ammo. All right, now we're going to have a small horde start to come in from the far, far north. But I always love scenarios like these. You do them rarely, but it's always fun to just see how your player base behaves with each other, you know? Just to see how they behave. They can also always loot the backpacks off of the necrophage mutants and whatnot. So beggars I'm going to be using most commonly. That's another jumper coming in. Zope's running for it. All right.
Awaiting orders.
You hear those shots in the distance.
Solid copy. Copy that.
I'm going to start walking a few infected down.
Waiting.
I'm going to start making that not so much of a safe area anymore. Just to force some action, because otherwise they'll just pick the town clean. You want to make it a little tougher.
Understood. On the way.
There's a body here. I think that's another zombie. All right.
Hello, friend.
I got some binos down here.
Got the gun. I don't have the ammo. Awesome.
Hello, friend.
Poor Zope can't catch a break. Yeah, he's the first one up here. I mean, this is where all the really nasty stuff is. I'm going to put another parasite down.
Ready.
Parasites are the most dangerous, in my opinion.
I'll use a shotgun.
Because at least the bully, the one saving grace about the bully is that's the only one that can attack vehicles on default settings. You can actually customize any of these to do any damage to vehicles and whatnot. I meant to say vehicles, might have said buildings on accident. Oh god, he found a fucking... He has a modernized Mosin and a regular Mosin. That might be a Car 98, but either way, that's pretty funny. But the bully doesn't have an insta-kill animation. Oh, Dingy. Oh, no. Dingy is about to get karma'd. He just mag dumps it out of fear. Ah, that's funny. Zope, meanwhile... Oh, God, little parasite. I'm not moving it. It just... He can't seem to hit it. There we go. Jumpers dusting. We've got a Sidor bag back here. He dropped his M14, probably because he ran out of ammo. Yeah, unfortunately, the mutants do not care about doors or walls sometimes. He's got a little bit of room to run. He's got one of the AR-15s. That's the rare civilian gun, quote-unquote. It's a single-shot M4 rifle. You can't put it on full auto. It's found in M1 Garand. Then again, he might have got... That might actually be a standard M4 M16. Because he got it... Might have gotten it from a military zone.
How come you can open doors? Fuck off.
Why is no one murdering each other? Because actually my player base kind of cares about each other. So, ha! There was one murder, though. So, I'm at least happy about that. Let me try to set these guys to sprint. Here, if you give them an aggro target,
Target in sight.
they will start sprinting on proxy, yeah. Except they might not always go the right direction.
Target in sight.
Ooh, he's got ammo for that AKM. He just can't aim. So Zope, I think, is playing chicken with this jumper, but the jumper just keeps jumping back and forth on him. Otherwise, most people haven't left this zone just yet. Yeah. So those things are a little bit of a pain to RC because their scripting doesn't let you kind of move around. But I was able to get one little smack in. Slushy's bringing an Eddie drone up. But you do have a good handful of AR-15. Some people are getting bigger backpacks as well.
Where did you get a robot?
It was just lying on the ground.
Oh, he grabbed the one that was on the ground just lying there. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that one. He took it. He traded his backpack for it.
Ah, fuck.
Zope's in a little bit of trouble because they know how to use stairs.
Fuck off.
That's funny. So Zope's been doing a really good job of just evading all of these. Adriano, meanwhile, he's way up north. I'm gonna have to set up another little bit of a block for him. Nothing directly against him, just, you know.
Copy. Standing by.
Something that's just
Understood.
meant to be here. Have another parasite trickle in. Worst comes to worst, I start using stalkers. Those will just screw up any single player. Oh! Did he just kill him? Yeah, he just killed Zope. Oh! So Dinky's gotten multiple kills here. He's now getting gained up on by a jumper. Poor Zope. He's out of ammo. It's smacking him. Ah, this is karma.
Target acquired.
I love it.
Lock and load.
Yeah, so he just ran over the body. Every time you hear that hit is them actually getting hit and either lower their health to 1.75 so PvP was better. But now he might like run into a group of players. You got Slushy running up, but he's got no ammo to kill Slushy now. But I think,
So,
no,
let's give
Slushy
him
died to a
warm welcome,
parasite.
shall we?
Help
Now,
me.
there isn't anything that's like new life rule-esque, so
I'm here.
if you die, here, I'll type that.
What? I got a pistol. Good luck. Good luck with that. Run southeast, run southeast, run southeast. There's like 3 or 4 people there, southeast.
Oh, Dingy's dead.
No, he got fucked. Never mind.
No, because then it doesn't let you. It doesn't initialize the scripts properly, so you have to spawn them. Sometimes it lets you copy and paste, in which case it does reload the scripts for you, but let's actually test that out. So if I take him, for example, can I put him down? Yes, I can. Cool. But if I were to take this guy, for example... Oh.
On the way.
Usually it doesn't let me do that. Weird. Dingy did not die, but... Oh, he just got unconscious, knocked on the wall. Rest in peace. But yeah, no, so I guess how this works is if you spawn one, you let it initialize the scripts. Yeah, then you can paste it. Adriano's being chased by a parasite. I think he's trying to get on open ground here. He's got an M24. I think that's an M24. Not sure if he has any ammo for it. Yeah, he's turning around. He knows it's coming. Oh, but he turns around the wrong time and the parasite's still behind him. Oh! That's funny. All right. Now we're going to start having some infected trickling around. on the back line. We got more groups of players coming in. Audrey Hotto. Oh, God. Audrey, you need to turn around, buddy. It's coming after your ass. I don't want to spawn the parasites in here just yet. I'm going to have like 3 or 4 because their aggro range is very high. And I kind of like that because it means it'll track players for a long while. But we're just going to throw in a bunch of beggars there for the moment. Oh, he's got another one chasing him. Does he not have any ammo? Oh, he's in trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, wait, does he have ammo for that? He's gonna have to be careful because that is a bolt action. The best way to kill these little ones here is wait for them to jump, and then when they reload, when they cancel the animation because it gives them like a good second of they just wait, you can then kill them. Adriano is being the front runner here. You got Clone here swimming. There's more coming up. He seems to be able to outpace it for now, so I think he's just going to continue to walk, but once he gets close, I will spawn the parasites in on the side, and he's probably going to be in a lot of trouble. Because I told him it gets more difficult the further north they go. Yeah, he can equip some of that. That's what he's going to do. Yep. Then again, I think the EOD vest is better than the press one.
Assault pack coyote with shit in it. It's yours.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up on the shit because I'm putting me out.
That was a zombie. I feel for Adriano though. He's getting some good distance, but here's what he's going for. Yep, there is a lot of stuff he can loot in here, but it's gonna take him time, and time is the one thing he doesn't really have because that parasite's still after him. TWL making a swim. See, the one thing about swimming is you're fine until the parasites start getting under you, because they can go amphibious, and then they can leap at you, which is pretty funny, in my opinion. But I think they're going to come off to the side area here.
Ready.
We're going to put that puppy up there. Oh, Audrey! 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 No! Oh! Rest in peace, Audrey Hotto. It got him. It got him. He found a Lee Enfield, too. He was just looking for more ammo. Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Oh, God, and now he has to spawn all the way back here, so he's probably going to hoof it. He might run into dingoes, but also killing people. All right. I'm going to put her respawn position up a little higher. Audrey's going to immediately take that. So my planned positions are up here, the military base, the halfway point, and so on. Well, it looks like a lot of people are trying to work together. I would love to have a few more bandits, though. All right, so we got a modded magazine with, I think that's an RHS weapon, too. So people are starting to find more military-esque gear and Uzi. Is that a 20-round magazine he's got in there? Yes, it is. One thing I am going to do, by the way, just to help the AI out. Because it's all, the only other AI that shoots is the Blue 4 AI up there. I'm a little curious about Clone, just because I want to know where, like, what direction he's going.
Let me check it.
Now, let me just verify that the thing is working on a multiplayer setting. Are they actually spawning with stuff? No, okay, good, 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 good. Adriato's now going to be going through these areas. Already found 2 AR-15s. Probably somewhere left here when people went through them and they didn't want to take them because of the ammo. For the zombie event, yes, I will do those types of camps. But for this event, I don't have any. Uh-oh, Chad's coming to eat devil.
Yo,
Hello.
hello. Do you have a shotgun?
That's pretty funny.
Hopefully you have the right
I think you
round.
can use that.
Alright, I need another copy here. So since they're preferring to work together, I'm gonna just have Horde start trickling down. Stalker's probably gonna stay up here. And Clone, not sure. You could go all the way around, but you just want to start heading directly north. So if Clone's going to head up this way, I mean, it's a risk, but I wouldn't recommend it. I think that's a random. I don't see him. Oh, no, he's in the lobby channel. Yeah, he's probably booting the wrong mod, so he doesn't have Liru's add-ons. Poor fella. So I'm having these things run across. Yes, the zombies are all going to have, like, the same clothing, but Daisy only has, like, you know, 5 or 6 civilian zombie
Target in sight.
skins, so it's fine. Alright, so I'm going to start trickling things up and around. Clone is going to go to the right.
Understood.
Once we start getting up here, you're going to see me be a little harsher to the players. We're going to see a lot more of a mix of mutants as well. But I'm also testing the new drop table for the zombie event. So far, it looks like it's going A-okay. It's on the degree of what I want.
Moving to position. Moving to position.
TWL's up here. Someone could just, you know, skin across the right and then swim across, too. That is a very viable strategy. But that's why I have the Stalker there, because that's going to stop individuals from getting up there, most likely, you know? I don't know what box. That is 7.62 200 round box.
Fucking 5.56 mag. I'll be happy.
But this is a military barrack, so that's why you see that. You can even find a freaking Stinger missile in here, because apparently the drop table lets you do that. Which is pretty damn funny. But I think Adriano's getting a little annoyed, because the spot's already been picked clean for the most part. Got some earplugs and a mask right there. That's funny. Uh-oh, the parasite. This thing, if people aren't careful, it'll kill everyone. I don't think that was a 240 box, because 240 boxes only come in 100 round. That was a 200 round 7.62 box, so I actually have no idea what that would be for. Yeah, so AT and like sniper rifles, anti-material stuff, it's all in the drop table. It's just really, really rare. These guys are all getting on the coast.
Right behind you. He's right there. Get him.
Moving to position.
See, now that stopped right there. Perfect time to kill it. Player in the verse did a good job there. But that 1 second after the jump animation is its most critical weakness. That might get patched out one day, but that's what it's all about. So at this point, anything that's up here is going to have a zombie. Is that a fully working car? No, it's missing a wheel, but it'll have a spare wheel. So Clone's going to be able to get a car. Oh, that's funny. I'm going to trickle some Zeds up there, though, to block it. But no, that's a very rare early drop. And he might be able to get away with it. That's funny.
Target in sight.
Have those guys shift.
Target acquired.
See if we can get him to sprint.
Solid copy.
All right, now we're going to have to start putting parasites down.
Ready. Standing by. Ready.
And there will be a
Ready.
spitter north of town. So TWL looks like he's gone on the coast instead. It's interesting seeing where everyone's kind of grouping up and whatnot. I'm going to delete the stuff on the way back at this point. I'm going to put myself on a mountain right here. So I got to keep an eye on Clone. I think he might have seen that vehicle. No, he hasn't just yet. I mean, but with that car, I mean, does it have fuel? Yeah, no, he could just completely go around using the Vic. The road not taken. So yeah, now you see the parasite starting to aggro.
Standing by.
Also got one right here. But once we get into this city, that's when you'll start seeing an even amount of regular zombies and jumpers. That's where ammo's gonna really start getting tested. Got Hazmat back here, still a fresh zombie body. Clone looks like he might be bypassing the Vic instead.
Shut down. Ready for orders. Standing by. Shut down les ordres. Ready for orders.
See what he does with it. Yeah, so we got another one right here. It's got a single wheel, but I'm pretty sure by default Ace spawns every Vic with a spare wheel, so... Oh god, they're gonna find... No, Audrey Hotto's body despawned. Gotta listen to that scurrying. I think Caterino got killed in crossfire. Look at that, he got shot. Player in the first. Oh my god. All right, we're at the halfway point. Respawn position. That's funny. Caterino looks like he woke up. Now player in the verse is running, but he's got a parasite behind him. Got another parasite trickling in. I'm on that big hill, just making sure nothing's coming up to me.
On the way.
I mean, hold on. Does anyone have a...
Watch out.
He's got a ghillie suit, a sma, and a freaking... He's got no ammo for any of that, though.
Yeah, it's good to hit us for a big group.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
lifeline.
Look at this freaking group. Jesus.
No ammo. I've got no ammo.
I
That's
have to say,
funny.
this is the very-
That's really funny. Player in the verse looks like he got taken out. And now that parasite's coming up to eat Zope. Oh, man. Duelers got eaten by the parasite. These guys are running. How's Clone doing? Still looting that one vehicle there. Let's go ahead, delete some of the bodies behind. Now, there was a vehicle right here. Yeah, it only has 3 wheels, though. It's still missing 1. Now, you could find a wheel in the drop pool as an item instead of an ace item, but it works the same way. Even then, you gotta be careful. They're trying to kill the parasite. Oh, Zope!
No!
My God. You might want to use your guns. Come on. You gotta aim, guys. There we go. Lolo gets it. They heard Soap scream. Oh my God. You got Hazmat back here trickling behind. He's been able to find some good stuff for himself. A shotgun. Otherwise, Clone is still the one guy up here thoroughly looting this one area. I got to keep an eye on him because he could just completely bypass everything with that vehicle, which, you know, it's fair game at that point. Now, we do have another Vic right here. It is missing 3 wheels, though. They could pull one out with Ace. And it looks like these guys might have just lost another guy, yep, to the parasite. And it's still stalking them. And they killed it. Ooh. Those parasites, man, they are merciless. Now, I forget if Van Diesen calculates the bunkers in here. I think it does, but because only 3 people have gotten close, it's only calculated for those 3 people. Because every player only has a 1% procty chance on stuff. Now, we do have a spitter somewhere up here. I have no idea where it's gone, though. We have a quad bike with 2 wheels. They could theoretically take those 2 wheels, add it to this and the spare wheel. There's the spitter. Now, this thing can insta-kill you, so you gotta be careful, because that one's a little tougher. Looks like Clone's gonna completely bypass that area.
Run. Oh, shit.
I'm out MP5 mags.
Oh, fuck.
I sort of ran
Oh, fuck. That big boy hurts.
Oh, dear.
that on. It was not fun.
Yeah, I saw. I ran out of most ammo.
Oh my.
Yeah, I can RC stuff if I want to.
I'm fucking lagging.
Outside.
Ate someone. Jesus Christ. Oh no.
It's got me! It got me!
Oh my God! I just want to give people hugs.
Well, right at the moment.
Oh, fuck! 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 Run!
Alright, I think I've had enough fun. We were tracking another group, and then we ran into these guys. How are we looking back here? Clone has this entire town to himself, more or less. Oh, man. It's okay, Iceberg.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
This thing's gonna slowly aggro around.
Wow, okay.
We need to go.
Oh, man.
On the way.
These guys might just try to go up the coast. Again, the end goal itself is to be the first of the choppers so you get the first ticket out. Because once that starts happening, I will start attacking that site.
On the way.
But, you know, if you're going to do that, you need to make sure you're the first. So taking detoured routes like this might not always do you any good. But if Clone were to get that car, he would more than likely be that first. Oh, Veluo. Yep, so he finally figured it out, but he's got a lot of room to go. Ooh, they found a drone backpack. Oh, an ACOG site and a fucking... All right, let's look at Devil's friend here. Let's look at what he's got. That's a lot of good stuff. Inventory. All right. So he's got a full mag. He's got an ACOG. He has a freaking drone backpack, a vest. Yeah, he's fully loaded. The viral pills still spawn. Fuck, I keep trying to get rid of them, but they're just in the drop pool, so I gotta find them and murk them completely. That's okay. It's a good ambient item to have. I told him infection was disabled, but, you know, some people might still. We have another drone backpack that spawned, but he's got a good amount of gear on him for the start. They got this quad bike here. Oh, God, the spitter's still coming. They're running for it. They just killed Gingerbread Man because he tried to kill Blood? Oh, my God.
Go for literally 3 and be back.
Alright, survive.
Oh, my God.
He resisted.
Resisted the rest.
What the fuck was that? That's funny. All right, next town over. I love watching these, though. Like, this is why I'd love to one day, like, open my own, you know, DayZ-style server, something like DayZ, just to watch player-based interactions, because I always just find it so fascinating.
Standing by.
The betrayals, the lawn games, the cons, you name it.
Standing by.
That's why I like Zeusing. Get to see what the players do, and it can get quite messy.
Waiting.
Alright, a lot more infected in this town. Now you're starting to get to the, you know, main northern city, and this one by now has been pretty heavily infested, you know? The spitter is still chasing them, but they're going further north, which is only going to have more stuff. TWL looks like he just killed a zombie. He's got a shotgun on him. Nice. And these three are just slowly hitting a few buildings as they continue to head up the right side. It's a pretty massive detour, but hey, it'll be effective if they can make it off of that.
Standing by.
Gmod RP servers, yeah, pretty much. But I mean, you know, something a little more hardcore than that. Gmod is very low stakes, so.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go loot.
They just killed Duck Dodgers.
This guy, wait, why is there AR on the ground? Oh, it's this guy's AR. Yeah, it's not that.
Alright. New respawn point at this point. Clone is literally going the road less traveled. Just gotta keep an eye on him. I think in hindsight I should have just force them to go the northern route, but I wanted to see what people would do. So these guys have gone up here.
Copy.
Gonna trickle a few things around. Oh, this parasite's going for devil. They got it! But the spitter's still coming. Zope now also heading up this route. These guys are trying to bypass that lighthouse.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
General Kenoshi. That's a great parody name. Thank you so much. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, look, they deploy the Eddie drone back there. That's funny. Alright, getting all that deleted. Gonna put myself up in that corner. You're the spitter now. Still running after them. Devil Demon's gone on his own. He's gonna have a lot of stuff coming after him here.
Ready.
Have that thing right there as well. So, Zope's going up that angle. And he's still got a major force up here. Dying Gingerbread. Not sure if that was his body, but he's coming up to that one just to see if there's anything left. And we got the next spawn point up here as Clone continues to move around this area. All right, he's starting to get into parasite territory. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope he wins, but this is where the insta-death is going to potentially get him. Just gotta start keeping in mind my unit cap here. Some of these guys are heading uphill. Devil Demon doing his best to hold out, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that is gonna smack him. Manages to get that. You got everyone bypassing, which is the smart thing to do. Don't get me wrong. But let's see. A lot of people wanna
Standing by.
play that. So we'll put that one in the block.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
We still have the spitter chasing after these guys. That's hilarious. And Zope, he's been getting a few shots here, but... Oh, he's got a parasite following him. That's not good.
Ready.
Yeah, now we're starting to get to stuff that's going to be more lethal. How's Clone? Clone is dead. Clone has unfortunately passed away to a parasite. I'm so sorry, Clone. Started entering further down that area. That's where more would be spawning. This one, I decided I wouldn't do any parasites there. I'd let them if they really wanted to go up that direction. And he picked a really far back spawn position. He's very far behind at this point. All right, at this rate, I'm going to start taking spawn positions and moving them up individually. Looks like they were able to kill the parasite. Nice. And we still have all these groups diverting around, and the spitter's still following them. Oh, that's hilarious.
Standing by. Ready. Waiting.
All right, this is where things are going to get pretty nasty. We got a bully. Gonna have a spitter here as well. I'm gonna hold on the spawns.
Okay, should we go west?
Yes, we can move.
They're good.
Northeast. We can move northeast.
Doing a little bit of medical. We can see it running after them in the distance. Oh, it might switch targets to Adriano. Oh, Zope is in so much trouble. He keeps drawing the aggro of everything. And these three have been able to get by. That's very unfortunate.
My AR-15 is nearly empty.
So you got this group lagging behind over here.
Found illegal infield, by the way.
So far, so good. Oh, Zope! He's literally naked running with an AR-15. Oh, he's trying his best. Adriano, meanwhile, I think has heard the spitter. Now you got these guys running as more stuff's coming up to him. Good hit on that parasite. Hive Mind, I've decided I probably won't do for this scenario. Just because this is a simple survival one. Oh god, TWL got mauled to death. He found he found so much good shit. That's okay, it can respawn right there. The spawn itself is pretty close by. Just a little worried about this force coming up. Because they are very behind. Clone is also very behind. Ooh, is he stalking? No, they might just be outside of his range. It's a little 682, baby. It just murders everything. Zope has survived all of that. Interestingly enough.
Standing by for orders. Ready.
Alright, just lining the coast. 2 parasites coming up here. These guys have been doing a good job. What's nice about a scenario like this, though, is everything's finite. Devil trying to make it back to his body. He's unable to, though. That's pretty funny.
Waiting.
We have another Vic up here. It's partially in the wall, though. So if a player gets close, it'll render in and probably explode. Parasites are getting stuck. Alright, well, we've seen some PvP occasionally. I'm worried about what happens when this large group meets these two guys. Because I could have sworn I've seen these guys shoot people. They found a helmet, though. Parasite dudes aren't always an insta-kill. You can control how much of an insta-kill ratio they have. But by default, they have a pretty high chance. Oh, Devil finally got taken out. It's alright. The spawn itself is not that far away. Yeah, we got some stuff that's been going into the water here. Is this a pelter drone? Because that thing might have actually killed the thing that was coming in. That's pretty funny. Excuse me.
Yeah, there's a group to our west, by the way. On the road.
Now, if I really wanted to mess with some people,
It's your thing now. To eat your ass.
I could always, like, take a copy of a unit and shoot at them just to make them freak out. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to keep this strictly to the player interactions here. Devil, meanwhile, not sure if he woke back up. He might have, actually, but now he's getting hunted again.
Ready.
Understood.
You got forces starting to make their way to the north. And Devil's finally taken out.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
No, you know where the maps, team players, and all that sort of stuff, right?
Looks like they're trying to help each other out on that side. Now, I have one final trick.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Good afternoon, Liru.
Just a few looters in the way. Alpha Wolf, thanks for the 7-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Yeah, I just dropped one on the ground.
Yep, so now they're trading gear and equipment. Now, I'm going to move this to the lumber yard. Oh, dear. Do they not hear that rustling?
Blood.
Oh, shit!
Send in Goat Team 6.
Oh my god, fucking run.
I told you it was following us!
Fucking run.
I told you it was following us. It might leap again. I think they're going to be able to get away from it. There's the next leap. I am Poltergeist. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub as well. I hope you keep enjoying the operations and hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So Zero again, spawning close by.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Oh, they got a whole horde of them following. That's funny. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah. Yeah. These three might be in trouble, though. They've got a lot coming after them. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn over at the end game spot. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a helipad here so it can path to it. And why did we just lose connection? Oh, because AFK time access? That's funny. 1 second.
Connected.
Because I've been in I've been in the TeamSpeak for a
Channel
while,
switched.
but it because I wasn't talking, because I normally, you know, interact on the radio and shit. That's funny. Alright, we'll keep the marker on so I know where they're going to and whatnot.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
Shut up, Joe.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, so up here I don't mind having infected. Ah, I've hit the unit cap. Alright, 1 second. Told you I'd hit it eventually. Execute this code on global, and you're able to get it back. Actually, no, it's not worth it because then it just gives them the final endgame stuff a lot thicker. So instead we'll do War Journalist. See, it does that, and that I don't really want to deal with. Because all of those have a magazine in them. I'm just trying to make sure they're not on the actual aggro range either. That's why there's not going to be any parasites up here. Adrihato, oh. Might be able to get a car working. He's got one more wheel. And Zope's making a run for it. We'll give another 10 minutes or so with this city bypassed. Spawn all the zombies up here. They're supposed to be in here, just a handful. These three are still trying to get away. to find one more wheel. He's unloading it from that Vic. Yep, and he's going to be able to put it in there. He's probably going to be the first to make it. These guys are still being stocked. I mean, they could join him, or they could potentially shoot Audrey Hotto. No, he's got the car working. He's going to beeline it. Oh, that's funny. Hey, Righto Poltergeist, welcome back. Hope you keep enjoying everything. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, congratulations, you're the first.
Ah, thank you very much, sir.
Do you want it to leave now, or do you want to wait?
We'll wait and see who comes.
All right.
I'll give it a little bit here.
All right.
Is anyone I managed to get a car working. I can pinpoint the evac zone. Wait one.
Roger.
Now everything starts to trickle in. Now
Roger.
it gets harder.
Solid copy.
Parasite's down, Parasite's down.
No, it's going forward from Fred's one.
No, it's not, no, it's not.
What?
Okay, still,
Load in, boys.
Eventually the emus will start showing up as well.
Ready. Moving to position. Ready. Moving to position.
Solid copy.
7, 1, 2, 1. 0, 7, 1, 2, 1.
If it gets stuck, I just have to re-enable its sim, so we're gonna do that. Oh, they brought a whole horde of parasites. Ah, he DC'd. That's a shame. Oh well. Ah, and these guys are starting to come around over here. Alright, so I gotta get all that spawned in.
Standing by. Ready.
Bully in the center. Stalker.
Standing by. Course.
The chopper will be back in a few minutes. Alright. Clone is still all the way back there, casually looting. Final respawn point position will be there. And every so often we will send things in. Including, but not limited to. You know they were coming. You know they were coming.
On the way.
coastline. I was up on the hills. I was watching you the whole time.
You know they're coming.
Standing by. Standing by for orders.
Hey, I
On the way.
in a couple minutes.
Alright, so we just gotta hold the line with the guards. Alright, they got
Ready. Ready.
Now I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go up to here, just so I can get out of the way.
Standing by for orders. Ready. 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 Standing by. Standing by for orders. Waiting.
That's just to put that around up there.
Uzi's out.
Join the fight, guys.
I just gotta watch that helicopter too, because of how Ravage works, there might be a moment where its simulation's disabled. All right, now that this is going on, I'm gonna just start spawning jumpers.
Waiting.
Might have accidentally put that in front of him, because now it's the second phase of this scenario. TWL is being stalked by a few parasites. These guys are being stalked by a few parasites.
Standing by for orders. Standing by.
We'll also have
Standing
some
by for
stalkers
orders.
around. And task plan. Come on, land. Great. It's doing this part. Give me control. I don't know why it's lingering like that. That's why, it's because that's totally borked. All right, hold up. That's the Ravage thing I was talking about.
That feels a lot like a Liru flying. Yeah, that's definitely a Liru flying. I'm going well for it. Michael!
Trying to fix this silly little goober.
Roger.
All right, looking back at here, they killed, oh no, one of them died. You can see the parasite that died on him. And the rest are following suit. Oh no.
Fuck that.
Parasite, parasite.
Oh, see, that right there was its regular attack animation. They all just can't seem to get a hit on it. Railbird's in trouble. Player in the verse has made it. I need to spawn another wave of stuff to come in. Now it's just gonna purely be...
Standing by for orders.
Solid copy. On the way.
Jumper aggro.
Target in sight.
Where did the one officer go? Oh, why are you...
Copy that.
Why? He's running back, it's fine. These guys still outrunning parasites up there. You hear automatic weapons fire. You still got a big chunk of them down here. Chopper's starting to come back. Oh god, the bully's gonna spawn camp this one spot. Alright, we need to move that back. That's funny.
Solid copy.
Now these two are going to be left here to hold this one position. You got more people charging up. You got people getting in wrecked vehicles. Oh, I love it.
Ready.
Here come the emos.
Affirmative.
It's okay.
No, come on! Help!
Yep. I saved you.
Fucking bleeding. I can't use it.
Hello, Dedo.
Shit.
It would have been better if I just cable tied him, but I needed to ACL him anyway. Did that fix him?
Keep up 360.
I'm free. I'm free. Okay.
There we go. Oh god, not that. No, I forgot about that existing on this mod set. It's not gonna proc for me. Fuck! God damn it. I hate that thing so fucking much. If I see anything that's invisible, I can just manually change it. Let me get rid of that. God, I still don't know why we have that stupid thing in our mod set. It's just more fucking trouble for the Zeus than it's worth. And I keep removing it, and it never fucking saves. I think that's the worst part about it, to be honest. Alright, they're going in for the landing. Clone is still far behind. But this next wave is gonna trigger more units to come in. Just gotta make sure it's actually gonna come and land. Looks like it is.
On the way.
That's fucking.
All right.
Standing by for orders.
That lag spike indicates to me it did not land. It didn't land.
Roger that. On the way.
Why? Why are you hating me? I'm just gonna use land markers at that point, because landing is the only thing that actually worked.
On the way.
We're gonna start using transport offload, because for whatever reason, I think someone loaded in with lambs, and it's just making the AI do lamb things, because it not using transport unload is a lambs thing. Let me make sure they all got healed. Yep. Alright. Can't always trust the freaking AI. Alright, we're gonna
Standing by.
Look at, he's got a freaking DMS scope on his AR-15. Oh, that's funny.
Target in sight.
Attack! Flightless birds, go! Random stone, I don't know, man. It does that. It's annoying that it does that, but it's just algorithms and who the heck knows. We're not using. Well, actually, no. We'll do a mini horde.
Standing by. Awaiting order. Target acquired.
Chopper's coming back. Again, I'm gonna verify that that's set to land. Yes, so please, for the love of God, land. We got some parasites trickling in.
Scorpion, direct west.
West.
Scorpion.
Cypher's over here checking for stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, is there anything that's still hidden from me? I can just do that. Whew. All right. There we go. I'm not sure if they killed the... no, they had to have killed the spitter. Nice. All right, looking back at clone. Delete those ones over there as well. Now the third wave.
Ready for orders. Standing by. Standing by. Ready. Ready for orders. Standing by. Ready for orders. Ready for orders. Lock and load.
Still got some people trickling around.
Waiting. Ready.
And I'm gonna start being really mean to the people that have been left behind.
Orders. Standing by. Waiting.
Alright. Any respawn points that are further than that one all the way on the back, we'll keep that one going. Let me add this one to my interface. We'll delete this one. Yeah, so it's because they don't initialize their scripts, so they will start hitting each other. Unfortunately. So is it still following... Yeah, so these are following TWL into this zone.
Ready. Waiting. Standing by. Standing by. Standing by for orders. Ready. Ready. Engaging.
I gotta be mindful of that chopper coming in. Wow, one found an RPD with a drum magazine even.
Only 2.
Yeah, I know. So that's a rare weapon spawn, but they managed to find both the gun and the ammo, so that's good. They've been dropping everything on the ground to share. I love it. TWL is still causing all this stuff to trail in. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
Engaging.
Adriano's just going through some other stuff, looting what he can. He found a parachute. That's funny. All right. So far, so good. A lot of stuff coming through this one city. But if that chopper gets destroyed, then I delete all the respawns. I put them on the island, and it becomes a pretty nasty one-life scenario.
Where are they going? It's not where we are, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 2 bullies. There's no way they have enough firepower to kill both of that, so I'm thinking the chopper's probably going to go down after, yeah, after one more come in. We got Mafia trying to check for some more stuff. But yeah, having people defend the site while others go in and, you know, try to do some more looting, that is the smart thing to do.
Standing by for orders. Ready.
All right, angry emus that can insta-kill you. Let's go.
Moving to position.
I think those guys aggroed on that marker for whatever reason. That up to right there. These guys have, for the most part, been surviving. Adriano got his car working.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Fucking emus.
Fucking emus. What, did an emu get you? Which case, that's pretty damn funny. Otherwise, Katarina, hope you enjoyed that operation. Thanks for your continued sub, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Oh, cool.
Oh, they have a satchel. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, all the way over there, Mr. Priest.
This is my way out.
I like.
Understood.
Standing by.
Oh, that was a lot of their firepower. Oh my god, these guys might be in trouble. Oh, those are the bullies!
Affirmative. On the way.
He's getting in the car. I have no idea why they're running north. Maybe because they're aggroed on the chopper itself. Parasites coming in. Oh, Fred got eaten. They're trying to drive the car around. Alright, so we had a few disconnects after they came up, but they're just chilling.
The fuck did you loot? Jesus.
Oh, no, I just, no.
You spawned with all that?
No, I found it.
Ready. On the way.
I'm sorry, guys. You've been taking too long. We got...
Yeah, let's head to the north and west.
Oh, God. He has a 249! Oh god, the vehicle's getting knocked around. Oh, because the drone there. Yeah, he's always trying to drive it back up. That's funny.
On the way. On the way.
Now they're playing chicken with these. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead just throw some parasites down again, because those are the best things for insta-kill. Those have been the most lethal. Just because I'm trying to force everyone forward. That'll be our last point. The LZ is definitely a mess at this point. my god. Mafia, no! Oh my god.
Any of it. Kill me again. Kill me. Come on, do it. I'm not running because I'm scared. I'm running because I'm pissed. Kill me, bitch. Do it. No, please. Please, just nuke me, God. Just nuke my ass. I don't care anymore. Just do it. Make it all go away. God damn it.
Hey, ask and you shall receive, no? No? You know? He said, nuke me, God.
The Lord giveth. The Lord giveth.
Ask and you shall receive, my friend. Ask and you shall receive. Now get up there.
The Lord giveth.
Chopper's not coming in for another landing. They're not timing this right. The emu just pecked him to death, poor TWL. Oh no! Oh my god, the emu got him! The fucking emu got him!
On the way.
Oh my god. He got his head pecked off.
Understood.
Yeah, I'm just respawning these because otherwise they're gonna go after that chopper.
Oh, Empire.
All right, so we've seen an RPK at 249 across 40 players, so I'm happy with that. He was feeling peckish, what, because he had his head pecked to death? Is that what that joke's about? And Zero's still trying to drive the drone up. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, I hate to be mean, but this slot technically ends in like 12 minutes, so I gotta start murdering people.
Ready. Waiting. Standing by for orders. Ready. Standing by for orders. Waiting.
Start spawning them in groups of 5. I just have to make sure I am well away from them.
Ready. 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 On the way.
So where's Clone gone? Did he actually make it up there, or did he disconnect? He might... Oh, no, he's up with the main group now. All right. Now they're all, I think, switching magazines. They found,
I need Mosin ammunition.
That's a M107 magazine.
There is Lee Enfield ammo.
So yeah, we found 2 of the rare machine guns, but I don't think anyone got a rare sniper, but we did see some military uniforms come out. Oh, blood, not again.
Come on, bitch. Come here.
Oh, God. It's got an eat animation. It'll damage him over time. Yeah, they eat people. How's the chopper? Hasn't made it back yet? All right, cool.
On the way.
This is probably going to be the last one. But we'll see. It still needs like 2 or 3 more runs to get everyone, though. And you got Reaper and Underscore back there.
Awaiting orders. Standing by. Ready. Standing by. On the way.
Yeah, I was satisfied with it. Wish there was a little more PvP, but... Oh, God. These guys are in trouble. They need to get their other guns out. Oh, my God. That made left nut fly. Oh, my God.
Big boy, big boy.
Helicopter's coming back now. Ooh, devil! Just barely got away from that jump. Empire's respawned. Yeah, because parasites are right on top of this spawn.
That probably happened.
Chopper's circling. Oh no, is that one of the emus? Yeah, it's one of the insta-killer emus. Oh no. You just hear them slowly getting taken out. Oh my God. Chopper's coming into land. Oh no! I hit him with the rotor blade.
Holy shit, yes! Yes! Thompson, get us the fuck out of here, my man. Oh shit. Can we pick him up? I'd rather not. I'd rather just get the fuck out. The door may protect him. Maybe I protect him. Oh god, no, there he is. The door does not protect this man. Get me the fuck out of here. Hi, Wanda. How are you doing?
Solid copy.
Out of here. There's one left. There's one left. You might make it. If we get low enough, quick enough. Oh god, no, please don't kill him, Thompson. Thompson, please. Thompson is from World. Get in. No, God, Thompson. He's gone. Just get us out. I go off in the secret place that most you shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I shall trust. Surely He shall deliver me from the snare of the horror of knowledge.
On the way. We'll go.
The AI is on a land loop.
Understood.
No!
Please go.
Lock and load.
I'm sorry, Jay-Z. I have to make it change targets. All right, we're good. The Lost and the Damned. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, the bully could have hit it and just destroyed the chopper outright. Fred found an LR. Oh god, Fred. Fred, watch your flank, buddy. Fred. Fred, you have ammo in that other gun? Oh! Oh, Devil just got hit by acid. God. Now it's the last handfuls of humanity trying to survive. Is he still driving that drone? Okay, he gave up on it. That's funny. There's still a chance. So now you spawn on the far southern side. Because technically spawns don't run out till that chopper explodes.
Yeah, I wonder if he can jump up there.
Oh.
The drone ran out. Fine. Only because I find it amusing. I can't... god. But I hope you guys have found this entertaining. I know I have.
Ready. Standing by for orders.
Ready for orders.
Jesus, Mr. Emu, calm the fuck down. Uh-oh.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
They didn't really live.
Standing by. We'll go.
Would survive again. Yeah, righto. The emu got a little hungry, yeah. I think we've reached the point where the players are all dying, so next time the chopper comes in, I'm gonna keep it on the ground and we'll see what happens.
Understood.
I'm not gonna remote control it. Whatever happens, happens. And there's a spitter right next to its spot. Oh, no. Now, I imagine this might be a little frustrating for people because the spawn point is camped right now. But a lot of people have already gone through and picked up some of the gear in this military base. You can hear the emu down there. There's a handgun with 6 shots.
Waiting. Standing by for orders. Standing by for orders. Ready. Standing by. Standing by. Standing by for orders. Ready.
That's the aggro on the chopper when it comes in. Another minute. There is a satchel somewhere down here. Some of the players were playing with it. It's still right there, but it hasn't been activated yet. And this car's still up. Oh, I'm not sure if he got killed or not. He might have. There's a spitter down here. I will totally RC him. Oh, Dingy being chased by the emu. Yes! Oh, this is so fitting. Come here, Aussie. Meet your maker. I'm sorry.
The bully's heading towards us. Yeah, do you want?
bully's really slow, so we just gotta let it get near us.
No, that's only when it gets near the fast.
Finally, I can do something.
Oh, helicopter. Run back.
Where?
Devil.
The guy in the radio tower.
Move back.
It's gonna orbit. Now you got all this stuff coming down. Yeah, if they left the car and they ferried people with the car. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, you know? And the victors are celebrating. What if we found an M72 Law? Alright, cool. I was hoping someone would find at least one launcher in the drop table. Oh, it was a misping still. That was a pretty good pain. I don't think anyone else is gonna get evac'd. He's gonna keep trying to land, but if he detects stuff right under him, he's gonna immediately go back up. I gotta lift, otherwise it's not gonna make it. I don't think they're gonna live by then, to be perfectly honest, just with how everything's happened. I think this is it. Clone getting yeeted away. Parasites are now gonna get him. The drone's back there. They just walked past Jay-Z? Oh god, does the emu know how to run up there? Oh no! Oh, I thought that was a satchel. Oh no! 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 Oh, but the parasite gets him first. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. I thought the emo was gonna get him. They blew up the car. Okay.
You made it. Oh, it just took him off. Sucks to be you, I guess. Sucks to be you.
He has not stuck in the air.
Oh my god. They're ignoring Jay-Z, funny enough. Coming up for hazmat.
On the way.
Oh boy.
Hazmat, I'm sorry. No one outsmarts the wee-woo.
God damn it.
He climbed down the ladder and it got him! He climbed down the ladder and it fucking got him! Oh my god!
Standing by. Ready. Standing by for orders.
Emu attack.
Standing by. Ready. Waiting. On the way.
Hey, as the parasites are bypassing everything, I'm trying to have everything now come back up here.
Solid copy.
It's to wrap up the mission. So, killing the AI there, and the players, but... Oh, he's using a Lee Enfield. How historical.
Very accurate when they saw us. I say throw your grenade. Save the grenade for yourself, honestly, because I'm probably gonna die. Probably gonna die first.
It's not attacking him. I think the AI broke. You put me in Tifa. What? What did they do? But yeah, no, there comes to a point where they just stop attacking. So here's what I'm gonna do.
Standing by for orders.
No, they're going after the chopper, that's why. Did they kill that one bully? Can't tell who's going for what anymore. Oh, that just knocked a pilot out. Yeah, the AI's busted. Interesting. Oh! That wasn't me, that was the Toxis!
As soon as I get on it, does this.
Alright. Well, let me try to eat him with the the emu, but... Alright, we're gonna wrap it up. Alright. It's good to know, though, that it glitches out after 2 minutes, because this also happened in a previous scenario, too. It'll break at some point. End exercise. Index. Now he's become friends with the mutants. Yeah, right? I've befriended them. It's good to know that's a thing, though.
Bruh.
You said there would be
Beautiful,
NPCs.
fantastic.
There were some NPCs. They were all dead by the time the second half of the player base made it up there. All right, but otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed that scenario. That was a bit of a test run for the drop tables. They went just as well as I wanted to. We by the end had someone find an M72 Law, an RPK, 2 M249s, some ammo for like sniper rifles. Someone found a SMAW but no ammo for it, and that was what I wanted to test there with this amount of players. So I'm still on the fence about using the Mutant AI instead of the standard Ravage AI because that's the second time it's broken over the past 2 weeks over a long period of time. And this competition usually takes anywhere from like 3 to 4 hours. So we might just go back to the standard Ravage zombies anyway. And then maybe sprinkle the mutants in special areas, but we'll have to see. Otherwise, hope you guys had fun. I'll put feedback up. It's just open right now because there was no leadership. To the few people that PvP'd, thank you for giving it some spice. There was some crazy betrayals in there too. There was some crazy like lynch mobbings of people as well.
Oh god.
But I think the #1 thing that really screwed people was the parasite. The parasite slithering. Those things would stalk people for kilometers, and as soon as they'd stop the loot, it would just grab them. It was horrible.
Spitters too, man.
Oh yeah, there was a spitter in the town. I will admit,
They just ignored me.
Yeah, no, because at the end the AI broke. But no, to the large group in that one town, that was me, Arsene, the spitter. I was having fun.
You grabbed me, you
I can't control who it grabs or when it spits. I can just run it up to you. And it was so funny to listen to you guys scream. Otherwise, I'll put feedback up in a second. I'm gonna end my stream, but yeah, it's open.
Survived way longer than it should have.
It honestly did. All right, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operation. We'll be back in about 5 hours, 15 minutes for some Ghost Hunter Core with some sound bites if you want to troll me like Phasmophobia last night. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one, and go operate operationally. Cheers.